we may have to run through this text a little faster. Because of the limited number of days that we have at our disposal to complete the text. If there be any doubts or anything, you can write it on a piece of paper and leave it on the table. I'll look at it and try to answer that. Om Yo Brahmanam Vidadhati Purvam Yo Vai Vedaishcha Prahinoti Tasmai Tam Hadevamatma Buddhi Prakasham Mumukshurvai Shanti 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 Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartribhyo Vamshishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyaha Sarvopaplavarahitaha Prajnanaghanah Pratyagartho Brahmaivahamesmi Brahmaivahamesmi Vedantartha Vibhasakaya Gurave Shantaya Sannyasine Nanavadi Nagendra Sangha Pavaye Yogindra Vandyaya Cha Mohadvanta Divakaraya Bhagavat Padabhidham Vidhrate Tasmai Bhashyakrite Namostu Satatam Purnaya Bodhatmane Vasudevendra Yogindram Natva Jnana Pradam Gurum Mumukshunam Hitarthaya Tattva Bodho Bhidhiyate. Kindly read from Shamakaha. Shamakaha Antarindriya Nigraha Damakaha Bahyendriya Nigraha Uparatika Prapanchebhya Uparamanam Titikshaka Shitoshnadi Dvandva Sahishnutvam. What is titiksha? The word titiksha means endure, endurance, forbearance, tolerance. To be able to tolerate, to be able to endure, undergo those experiences of all polarities, whether they are the physical polarities like the heat and cold, or the psychological polarities of elation and depression, or of feeling appreciated or ignored, respected or insulted, various things. Sukha dukkha. And it covers everything, whether those polarities are the physical experiences of pleasant, unpleasant, etc., conducive, non-conducive, or of the mind. Now, why is this put as a condition? When a person is able to stay balanced, even when the conditions around us, circumstances, situations around us, whether they belong to the body, sickness and health, etc. And yet when the mind remains unshaky, now such a person would be able to give himself with all his energy to the studies of Vedanta. He will be able to be present, not get lost. So therefore, titiksha is important. Shraddha ka Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu Vishwasaha. Vishwas, which means faith. Faith in what? In the Vakyam. What is the meaning of word Vakyam? Vakyam means sentence or a statement. Vakyam. What is Shraddha? It is basically faith. So what kind of faith are you talking about? That I have kept my money in the bank and when I need it, I will be able to get it. That is also one form of faith. The money which you handle are just pieces of paper authorized by the Reserve Bank of India or whichever Reserve Bank it is. And which means that amount is amount against which gold of that much value is there in your name. That is all. So that's why the gold reserves of that bank of your country then will determine the value of that currency. It is all against the gold reserves with the Reserve Bank of the country. So this is gold. But a piece of paper is representing that gold. Is it gold? You have a faith that, well, this is it. Okay. Are we talking about some faith like that? That you have sent your children to school and you know that they are okay, fine. That kind of a faith? No. We are not talking about that kind of a faith. Because what is important over here is, of course, faith plays a major role in all our transactions. Just as knowledge has its own role, faith also has its own role. Faith allows the transactions to take place. Just the same example of the note, that currency note that you are holding. Is it gold? No. It is not. And yet you have faith in it as a valuable piece of paper. You don't call it paper. You don't call it paper, it is money. It is money then after. So your faith has allowed you to transact with the piece of paper as gold. So all our transactions in the world are conducted only on faith. I remember somebody talking about an incident which took place very early early in the sense several decades ago, when people would consider marriage means that there has to be an elaborate ritual. The fire is lit, the priest will chant mantras, and then there is a lot of smoke, and the girl and the groom and the bride will sit by the fire offering the oblations, and unless and until the smoke has really made their eyes teary, which would remain then after, that people would not feel that they have really got married. So it happened. And then it was introduced that legally you can just sign the paper and you would be considered married for all practical purposes. Your children would carry the name, they would get the inheritance rights, so on and so forth, just by signing a paper. So this must have happened somewhere in the decade of 50s or so. So they got married by signing papers. And this woman, day after day, so her husband was very loving, caring, nice, loyal, everything. And still, she kept on losing weight. They had children. The children started growing 3, 4 years, 5 years old children. And she kept on losing weight. And no doctor was able to analyze as what was her real physical problem. Then somebody asked her, what is it, what worry, what anxiety is really biting you, eating away your health, your happiness? She would look sad. Beautiful woman, but would look sad. Lost weight, and the eyes became dark circles around the eyes, and so, which is a common thing with people with anxiety and all. So she said to her husband only asked, what is it really hurting you, bothering you, tell me. She said, look here, we have children who are 3 and 5 now. Just tell me, when will we get married? For her, signing the paper was not marriage. Was yet not marriage. You can sign papers. Getting married was unless and until you sit by the fire, the priest does that, and then there are people, throwing the akshata on the head, and there is the Mangal Vadya, the drums are beaten, Shahnai is played, and all those things. And it has to be there. So the husband had to do that. And then she was okay, not married. Now I'm married. Faith. So transactions are faith-based. We are not talking about any such transactions. We are talking about a specific transaction called as generating knowledge. Something through which the knowledge will be generated. And there is only one way that knowledge comes. We sat in front of the teacher and he looked through me. The lightning thing came and I had knowledge. No, please. No drama takes place. There is no drama happening. All that happens when knowledge takes place, for knowledge to take place, is the pramanas have to operate. Well, Swamiji, there's no fun like this, unless you should have had said, the teacher is sitting and in his aura you are bathing. Why you didn't have bath this morning? Water, hot water. You want aura to bathe with. Yeah? So this, you have knowledge of colors and forms. There is a book in Swamiji's hand and it is kind of olive green in color. Now, the knowledge is taking place, and do you have any doubt about it, that this is an olive green color book? No. You see it. Knowledge is there, the same knowledge you call as your experience too. So now, over here, in the word knowledge and experience, there is no bifurcation. You are not going to say knowledge means theory and experience is practical. All such silly things you are not going to say in this particular example. I know the book is olive green in color. I experience that it is olive green in color. So you can alternate the words and use them as synonyms. You don't say that it is information and the other one is experience or something. Hey, now this is knowing. Okay? Knowing. How did this knowledge take place? So when you have a healthy set of eyes, and if this book, this object held in my hand is in adequate light, the knowledge of the book, of the colors and forms has to take place. Has to take place. If it is not happening, then there is a defect which needs to be rectified. If there is light, the object is there, you are looking at it and you are conscious. Okay? You are not like, something gone up. You're there, you're conscious. The knowledge has to take place without a choice. Correct? Now, in this case, I will ask you one question. That whenever you want knowledge of colors and forms, what is the means in which you have faith? So naturally, when the knowledge of colors and forms is required, where do you go? To the eyes. Open the eyes and look at colors and forms. Red or green. Look at the signal. Red or green. Never do that. You don't take your nose over there. Let me find out if it is red, green, pink, yellow. Without any beating around, just run where? To the eyes. You have faith in the eyes as the pramana that will show, that will generate the knowledge of colors and forms. Similarly over here, knowledge of Brahma is something what is wanted. Okay? Over there it was the knowledge of colors and forms which was wanted. Over here what knowledge do you want? Of Brahma, of Paramatma. How will this knowledge take place? There has to be the proper means. And the means is Vedanta Vakyam, Shabda Pramanam. Is the Vakyam. It is the Upanishad. But Upanishad is in form of Vakyam. But Upanishad can't speak. So it has to be spoken. And spoken means someone has to be there to speak. And therefore over here, the faith in the Pramana, which is Vakyam. Which Vakyam? Shastra. Okay? And the Shastra will be spoken. And spoken by the one who speaks now is Guru. And therefore, what is the form of Shraddha? What is called as Shraddha? The faith over here. Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu Vishwasaha. It is faith in the Vakyam, basically. It is faith in the Vakyam. Which Vakyam? The Shruti Vakyam, Shastra. And it is spoken, it is Vakyam, therefore spoken by the Guru. Therefore, Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu. It is a Vakyam of Vedanta spoken by the Guru. And therefore, it is just not Guru Vakyeshu. It is just not simply Vedanta Vakyeshu. It is not even Vakyeshu. There can be a Vakyam. There can be a Vakyam, the sentence. And the sentence is, there is an elephant on my palm. Grammatically, can you show any mistake? It is also Vakyam. There is subject, predicate, full stop, capital letters, everything in place. Okay? But what knowledge does this Vakyam generate? And therefore, the Vakyam or the sentence which cannot generate knowledge. I am not talking about an erroneous knowledge or anything. Knowledge means knowledge, which corresponds with the vastu, with the object. So we do not say that Shraddha is Gurau Vishwasaha, faith in the teacher. Faith in the teacher as what? You can trust that fellow, well, he is not going to cheat me. What he speaks or what he says is correct. But there can be one more doubt. He is also another person just like anybody of us. And you see him with hands and legs, 2 hands, 2 legs. He eats by the mouth, he breathes through the nose, he looks through the eyes, hears through the ears. Everything is just like anybody of us. And therefore, naturally, what is the next conclusion? That even he thinks like us. The mind that is there. So I may make mistakes. What is it? What makes me say that he may not commit mistakes on purpose? But how can I say that what he is saying is not wrong? How can I say that what he is saying is not wrong? The Purusha Buddhi has doshas, defects. Ajnanam, Brahma, Pramada, all these are various defects. Ignorance, errors, inadvertence, and there is even another dosha, one more defect, and that is vipralipsa, that he may even want to deception, not purposely that he wants to deceive me, but he could have a wrong knowledge, and he is a classic case of self-deception too. People make themselves believe like that. How? So therefore we do not say Gurau Shraddha. In Guru, we are saying yes, he is Guru. What makes me say, what gives me that advantage of saying that, well, what he is saying is not wrong? what gives me this advantage to even appreciate, to say that what he says is not wrong?
He lives a life in line with what he's teaching.
That just goes to prove that he is a good person.
He's Brahmanist non-stop.
How do I know he is Brahmanistha?
He dedicates all the life.
He may dedicate all the life, like there are social workers who dedicate themselves completely till the end for animal welfare. So now I know one thing, what gives me this advantage of saying, because his words are reflecting or are in tandem with the Shastra. And therefore now you have one more word added to define what is Shraddha. It is faith. It is basically Vishwasa. But over here, Guru, Vedanta. Vedanta means Shastra. Upanishad. Vakyeshu Vishwasaha Shraddha. Oh, because he was able to predict the future correctly. That may say that he is a nice astrologer. Now there are two people sitting over here. Out of these two people, to these two people I ask a question. Will it rain tomorrow, Aradhana? Will it rain tomorrow, Garima? Garima says, no, Swamiji, it will not. Aradhana says, it will. Now what? Out of these two, one will be proved correct tomorrow. So then Aradhana is, she can see the future. In any guesswork, there is possibility of 50 always. And that's why somebody says predictions, etc., they were correct, and that's why he's a guru. Kya baat karta hai ye? Such infantile things. So the teacher said, the train will be late. And when I went over there, the train was really late. Hey, you forget this is India. Every train is late. Show us a train which runs on time. Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu. And the Vakyam over here is not ordinary Vakyam. Because that Vakyam is going to tell you that Atma is Brahma. It is going to stand against every experience of yours. Your every experience says, I am Jiva, I am Jiva. I am a small little individual. I am an individual struggling. What you are struggling over here for? Whether you are struggling for your family, for an income, for recognition, for money, for pleasures, I'm struggling for spiritual upliftment. You can do anything. But the fact remains that you are still a struggling little thing. And that struggle means that there is a conflict. That struggle means you are rubbing against the world. You're pushing, struggling. And my every experience, even if I say that, I'm feeling cold, it is a struggle to keep yourself warm. Even the minutest experience over here goes to tell me that I am a Jiva. And the Upanishad says, Atma is Brahma. Now, one sentence against all the experiences that you have, good and bad, everything. One sentence against everything. Now look at that imbalance. Unless and until you had some faith in this, you could not have had accepted it. Accepting it against everything else is standing against it, all the stream. Try swimming against this Ganga river someday. Forget swimming, try and stand there in one place on that rock. And you will know that what happens. Against this whole stream which goes to say that aham jivaha, and this one vakyam, aham brahma, atma is brahma. So this faith is not something ordinary. This, what we call as the Shraddha, is not ordinary, which allows you to accept it as a pramanam. It is Shraddha, but Shraddha in the pramanam. And when you have Shraddha in the pramanam, first thing that will happen is you will know that what is the area where the pramanam functions. What is the area in which the eyes function? Colors and forms. Eyes don't function in the area of sounds and smells. मिर्ची कम तीखी है. Let me see. मिर्ची है कि नहीं है? आंख में डालो. धन्य हो तुम. To see the area of taste, you will use tongue, not eye. What is it that you want to know? Brahma. What pramanam do you have? Shastram, Upanishad. Because there are various pramanas. Right? How many do we accept? 6. Pratyaksha, the senses. Then we have inference, Anumana Pramana. Then we have Upamana. Upamana, what is Upamana called in English? Yeah? I will find out, okay?
Sir, as a simile.
You do not know what a bison looks like. You have never seen a bison. Have you? So then assume, pretend you don't know. So you don't know what a bison is. But you have always seen the village buffalo.
Association.
Then your grandfather tells bison is in the forest, looks like a buffalo, but is much bigger, intimidating size. That is the bison. So next time when you go to the forest one day, you happen to see a massive buffalo, and you know it is not buffalo. You say this is bison. What has allowed you to know this as bison? What is it that allowed you to have this knowledge that this is a bison? You see? This vyavahara, this knowledge took place because there is upamana pramanam functioning. So you have the pratyaksha pramana, anumana pramana, upamana pramana. Arthapatti. How many have we covered now? This is the fourth one. Arthapatti pramanam. Arthapatti means it is not inference but something still more. Look at this. The example that we give is Pino Devadattaha Divana Bhute. There is a fat fellow. His name is Devadatta. But this Devadatta is nobody has ever seen him eat during the day. But how is he? Fat. He is fat. Pino Devadattaha Divana Bhunte. Doesn't eat during the day. Now, not eating and still being robust is not something that goes together. You cannot put these two things together. हाँ स्वामी जी हम कुछ नहीं खाते लेकिन ऐसे ही हम पानी पिए तभी भी मोटे होते हैं. Swami ji, we don't eat anything. Even if we drink water, we become fat, Swami ji. Then stop drinking even water. Not eating and still growing fat, these are not two things go together. And therefore there is something missing. And when there is something missing like this, naturally, because it cannot be explained now, that not eating and growing fat, yes. Because eating, growing fat, then there is explanation available. Where the explanation answer is missing, anupapanna, his fatness cannot be explained, and therefore because this remains unexplained, naturally something comes over there to give the explanation. And what is that? Hence, now we conclude he eats at night. Pino means Divana Bhungte. Arthapatti. It is not inference. Though Nayayikas say that this is inference, but inference with double steps. Okay? Inference with double steps. For inference, association is required, and there are other conditions which do not get fulfilled completely, and therefore we cannot say it is inference. Some other time you can see this. Then, this is arthapatti pramana. Then there is anupalabdhi pramana. Can you see a red pot on this table? Why? How did you know it is not there? You can see the table. You can see something which is there. You cannot see something that is not there. Your eyes will report to you about something which is there. How can your eyes see something that is not there? So the pink elephant is not here in the room. Do your eyes see that? Not there. What is it that makes you, allows you to have the knowledge of the absence? Something which is present, you can say, eyes have seen and hence I know. But something that is not there and yet you know, eyes cannot report that. Tell me what is not here. What? Huh?
Horn of a rabbit.
Then where? Is it in the refrigerator? What is not here? Horn of the rabbit is nowhere else. Nowhere. So you tell me what is this? That is also anupalabdhi only in one way. What is not here?
Anything that can be placed there.
You are seeing the table, but you can say that there is a rabbit absent, there is a pot absent, a rose absent, so on and so forth. Absence of everything, all those things. How did you know the absence? How? So there has to be something through which the absence is cognized.
Like deep sleep.
Huh?
Like in deep sleep.
One of the five senses.
Five senses can report to you sound, shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha only. How can they report to you absence? They will report to you only the presence of those things. Absence, what is reporting this absence? And therefore we have an acceptance of one more pramana, and that is anupalabdhi pramana. It is, you see, in Yoga Shastra, etc., they follow the Nayayika system where they accept only three pramanas. Here we say there are 6 pramanas really functioning. So there is an anupalabdhi pramana also. Then every pramana will illumine only those things where the other pramanas cannot find their entry. Cannot find their entry. Okay? And therefore now there is one more pramana, and that is Shabda pramana. What is it that the Shabda pramana shows? Brahma and Dharma. What does it show? Brahma and Dharma. So when you have faith in the pramanas, that knowledge takes place. Faith is there. And therefore we do not say that faith is against knowledge. There is faith because of which the knowledge takes place too. There is another form of a belief which thwarts, obstructs the knowledge. And therefore now we have to, in order to say what kind of faith are you dealing with, we have to refine it furthermore to say astikya buddhi. What is astikya buddhi? Veda pramanyam. Okay? And therefore, what is Shraddha? Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu Vishwasaha. Otherwise, without this definition, your Shraddha will become some kind of craziness or fanaticism, some kind of idiosyncrasy. Faith has to have a very positive role in the life. So therefore, Guru Vedanta Vakyeshu Vishwasaha iti Shraddha. The word Shraddha, Maharaj used to say, comes like this. Sat dhatte iti Shraddha. Sat means Satyam. That which upholds the truth. That which upholds dhatte, dharan karna. That which upholds the truth, then is called as Shraddha. Furthermore, samadhanam kim, chitta ekagratam, chitta ekagratam. Samasik padam, na? If you break it, then you will have to show the vibhakti. And if it is broken as two different words, you will have to say chittasya ekagrata, because this is Shashti Tatpurush. That's why Samasika Padam should not be, compound words should not be broken like this. Chitta ekagrata. It will not be chitta ekagrata. What will it be? Either you will have to say chittasya ekagrata or chitta ekagrata. Find it out, no? It is there in your book. Chitta ekagrata. Okay. Chitta ekagrata means the single pointedness of the chitta. Over here, chitta is not one of the four divisions, okay? Chitta over here now means the mind. Where the mind stays focused. Because it is very easy to lose the track, to jump here and there, distraction, there or not. Then you also come and say, Swamiji, I have a problem, I can't concentrate, I can't keep focused. Chitta ekagrata. That chitta ekagrata means to stay focused without getting tired, without getting bored, because you will jump to another thing the moment you are bored, or you will jump to another thing if you find that is more interesting. That is why people sit over there in the classes, even shake their heads. There is nothing to shake their head. Why is he shaking head? That it simply means that he is trying to just convince me that he is okay, but he is already flown away. Don't shake. You know where you are. Chitta ekagrata. Okay. And on chitta ekagrata there can be, we can go on and on, but it's okay. And this ekagrata is in form of samadhi. Oh, we want samadhi, samadhi. Samadhi means just this as of now. to be able to stay focused, which means that whatever is there in the focus of that attention, that focus does not go anywhere. Attention remains there, continues to be there. Okay? So that is Chitta Ekagrata. Furthermore, Mumukshutvam kim moksho me bhuyad iti dridhecha. Okay, Mumukshutvam kim. What is Mumukshutvam, sir? Because the fourth qualification is Mumukshutva. What is this Mumukshutvam? The quality of being a mumukshu. Otherwise somebody was going to say spiritual aspirant. However, I'm not against anybody being a spiritual aspirant. Be whatever you want. You can be even a candidate contesting elections. Who is this mumukshu? So, one who is a mumukshu has to have mumukshutvam. Okay. So now the question is not who is mumukshu. Otherwise you will, he is mumukshu. See, we don't want any person to be shown who is mumukshu. We want to know what is it that in a person that makes him a mumukshu. So that is mumukshutvam. So there is one more word, mumuksha. There is one word, mumuksha. Mumuksha means a desire for liberation. Okay? Because there can be several desires. I have a desire to become a millionaire, I have a desire to become a guru, I have a desire. So this fellow goes to one ashram and then they say that, you can stay in the ashram. Do whatever you like to do. He says, I will like to do only what the guru does. Why? Because everybody works. This fellow just sits. That's a nice job. Mumuksha. It is a desire. What kind of desire is it, sir? It is a desire for liberation. So the quality of having the desire for liberation is mumukshutvam. Okay? He who has it will naturally be mumukshu. Like whichever object has partness, what will that object be? Coconut. It will be pot. Like that. Mumuksha. Mumuksha yasya asti saha mumukshu. Mumuksha is desire for liberation. Sir, everybody has some desires. Choti si asha, and we can make songs and sing also. So, what is this liberation thing? Really speaking, all of us have got only one desire with these two facets. The true desire is sukham me bhuyad, dukkham ma bhut. May I be happy and may I not become unhappy. What will make you happy? Swamiji, if I have a lot of money, I have got 3-4 cars, that will make me happy. Alright, we will give you 4 cars, but all of them will be toy cars. Dukkha. Dukkham mabhun. Let me not suffer. This is the basic desire. If you see that lack of money is dukkham, then what will be your happiness? Having money. If having some sort of illness, disease, disorder is your dukkham, then to overcome that disease, that illness, will be a form of happiness. Other thing. So now, what is this liberation business, sir? And therefore we have to define liberation only in these two terms. Sukha prapti and dukkha nivritti, because every human pursuit is basically the pursuit for happiness and the pursuit to remove, negate dukkham. That is basic thing. Does it fall in this? Yes, it does. And how? That's why it is purushartha. That is why we can say it is something which is sought. Otherwise it will not be sought. Either you are seeking dukkha nivritti or you are seeking sukha prapti. They are just two sides of the same coin. Okay? Then, how do you want that sukham when a person recognizes that sukham mixed with dukkham is actually not sukham? Sukham mixed with dukkham is not sukham. Contaminated sukham is not sukham. Oh, Swamiji, don't say like that, no. Okay, listen. We will give you an example. Vishasampraktam annam is vishameva. There is some nice food, you know. It smells delicious. And then when you look at it, also it is a delight. Okay? Looks beautiful, smells delicious, and you can even see the steam also coming out of it. It's fresh. But then somebody says, a reliable fellow, okay? Not your best friend. Huh? He says, there is little cyanide mixed in it. Now what is that? Is it food? That is poison only. That is poison. Vishasampruktam annam is not annam. Vishasampruktam annam is vishameva. And then so you want sukham, and sukham which is not contaminated, which is not limited by dukkham on any side. Sukham limited by dukkham is not sukham, contaminated. Then you want to end the dukkham. How the dukkham is, you want the end of the dukkham? Atyantika nivritti. I want total annihilation of dukkham. Don't even want the shadow of dukkham. Not even the memory of dukkham. Gone completely. So now, this is sought. And is it legitimate or not to seek it? In fact, this is what is wanted. The rest of it are just adjustments. And this is the basic and the real desire of a person. All other desires are deception. Because in every desire you will find that demand is just this. If I get, that much money, I will be happy, totally happy. All problems will be gone. What, don't you see that? All problems will be resolved by getting money? All problems will be gone, he says. So he sees money as moksha. All problems gone, totally happy. Then somebody says, if I marry this girl, I will be happy forever. I will be, or this girl says, okay, why just, this girl says, if I marry this boy, I will be happy forever. And then, that means you want happiness which does not end. But how do you want it? By marrying him, by getting money, by becoming popular. Facebook popularity is how much? Till the fellow looks at the next post. Like, not like, okay, like. Like or not like. Last time he had like, now I have to say like. Let me finish it. तुम मेरी पीठ खुजलाओ, मैं तुम्हारी खुजलाता हूँ. So, this Facebook like business is like what? This fellow says, you scratch my back because your hand can't reach, scratch. The other fellow says, then you scratch my back. Okay, then both of us will scratch each other's back. Facebook popular. And how long that popularity is till this? One holy duty finished. Go. Done. But what is it that you want? Total happiness and total annihilation of dukkham. Is it going to be through popularity, marrying this girl or that boy, or getting more money, or getting another car, or having power, position, recognition? What is going? You see, the basic desire, the basic demand is for this, and this is what we atyantika nivritti of dukkham and parama sukhasya prapti is called as liberation. Is it wanted or not? Is it wanted or not? When you recognize this is my true want, rest of the wants are like Shurpanakha coming in nice makeup, that's it. This girl, lady, Shurpanakha, she's a Rakshasi, okay? She belongs to that, demon clan. Rama is married to Sita. Rama is very beautiful, handsome fellow. So she sees Rama and she says, this is a nice boy. I would like to take him home. Then she does nice makeup, flowers in the hair and everything. And she goes. And she, with attractive dress and all that, she goes and tells Rama, Rama, marry me. I will make you happy. In other words, what is it? You make me happy. Okay, she goes to Rama, I'll make you happy, I'll cook you food. Rama says, I'm already married and my wife makes me food every day and I love her, she likes me. She says, but then leave her then. Rama says, I cannot. I have promised her that there won't be any other woman in my life. Other than Sita, I don't see anyone. My eyes can hold Sita only as my wife. Even a stray thought doesn't come. So Shurpanakha says, now, as long as Sita is alive, Rama will not think of any other woman. She wants to kill, and then when that comes, the real Shurpanakha comes out. All the makeup and everything gone. Comes out. So every other desire, every desire which comes promises this. I will make you absolutely happy till the end of time. Before the time can end, this Shurpanakha has come out. By the way, I must tell you, you know the meaning of word Shurpanakha, you know, na? No? Nobody should, don't throw some things from there at me then later. Okay, I'll tell you the meaning. It's nice, the class is finishing. Shurpa means the willowing basket. Just a minute. Shurpa, that is Shurpa in Sanskrit. Nakha. The nails are long, like, and the shape of willowing basket. Shurpanakha. In China, and USA too. Whilst traveling, I have seen the number of nail spas are more than any pharmaceutical shop. So every desire comes only as a deception of mumuksha. The more we come to see it clearly, that this is my true desire, that desire for liberation, he who has it is mumukshu. So how does the teacher define over here? Moksham me bhuyat iti dridhecha. Everybody has this desire. And some time of the other, every person realizes, well, if I want anything, I just want freedom from all this. Okay? But it is not dridham, it is not firm, it is not strong. And whenever any desire is strong, it naturally will create appropriate actions. We have seen that, right? In this thing, Laghu Vasudeva, when there is ragadvesha, they will transform into karma. Wherever there is a desire, and that desire, if it is strong, oh, that Mercedes is nice, I wish I want to have one more Mercedes. Okay? You have a desire, but did you even go and see what the price is? No. Why? You have a desire, but it is not strong enough. Just having desire is not called mumuksha. Having a strong desire for liberation is called as mumuksha. Moksho me bhuyad iti dridhecha, dridham, like a tree which is well rooted. Dridham is called mumuksha. Further, we will read this and then I will close. It ends at 4:45, right?
Yes.
Huh? Yeah. Next line, just read. Etat sadhana chatushaya sampannaha. Etat sadhana chatushaya sampannaha. Tattva vivekasya adhikarino bhavanti. Now, the one who has these fourfold qualifications, and how abundantly sampannaha. When do you say that the person is wealthy? Not just when he has money. Somebody may have charana also, that is having money. But that means that it is kind of inexhaustible. Okay? When the viveka does not swoon under circumstances, when the vairagya does not evaporate under circumstances, when shamadama uparati titiksha do not finish under circumstances, and when the mumuksha continues to remain through and through all the pleasant and unpleasant experiences, mumuksha remains, then that is sampanna. The person is well endowed with these sadhana chatushtaya. Sampannaha tattva vivekasya adhikarino bhavanti. Those who have this, they are the qualified recipients of Tattva Viveka. Those who can discriminate between what is real and what is apparently real, not unreal. What is satyam and what is mithya. Because if I was to say what is sat, we will jump to what is asat. Asat is also a technical word for mithya only. But now that asat, we may inadvertently convert the word to mean something like shashashranga. That is why, just to keep that precaution, what do we say? Tattva Viveka means the Viveka discrimination between what is real and what is apparently real. So Satyam and Mithya. That is it. Okay? This is the adhikari of Tattva Viveka. That means let us do introspection. Let us do introspection. And by introspection, if one finds out that shama, dhamma, uparati, vairagya, anything is lacking, then what should we do? Close the book. Exactly. Strive to bring those qualities in life. How? Through karma and upasana. Okay. Om Purnamataha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyapta Dehaya Dakshinam Murtaye Namaha. Thank you. ठंडे में दे दूँगा। बताओ मनीषा, वेदांत अद्भुत है कि नहीं है?